Hey guys, we are at the Ham Radio Deluxe software booth with Lindy and Michael, and they're going to tell us about this beautiful software that they're developing soon. Will be available on Mac, and I'm very excited about that. So, Michael, tell us about Ham Radio Deluxe.
Sure, absolutely. So apologize, I'm going to turn sideways here for a second, but there are 5 applications in the suite. I'm going to start with the rig control program, which does all of your, it does all of the on-air functions. A lot of programs will just do frequency mode and VFO, but we do frequency mode, VFO, band changes, filters, volumes, power level settings, anything that you can change on the radio while you're on the air, you can change it here. Pretty cool. In the next version, or in the version 7, it'll have a screen that looks like your radio. So if you have a IC990, or if you have an IC9700, it'll look like an IC9700 if you want to do it that way.
Okay.
And then we have kind of our flagship piece is the Logbook, which allows you to obviously keep track of your log, but this is the DX cluster. For example, if I see a station here like this station, Georgia, I'm going to hide all the ones that I don't need because I'm only really interested in working some new band countries. You can see Crozet down there, which isn't really a current spot, so that's an old spot somebody just posted. But if I double click on this one, which is he's operating at 28502. When I double click it, you'll see that the frequency changes to 28502, so it's automatically going to change the tuning of your radio. And it came over here and looked him up, so I know where he's at.
Oh wow.
I know whether I've worked him before, which I have on 20 meters FT8. I know what I've worked for the country of Georgia, but I also know by looking here that I've never worked Georgia on 10 meters.
Okay.
So I should go get after that one.
Yeah.
Then this is the band map that shows you all the activity on that particular frequency as far as spots are concerned. Our newest feature is called HRD Alert. So this looks similar to the DX cluster, only it's taking its data from WSJT-X. It's showing the same kind of information about whether or not you've worked them before, whether you need the country. For a country band or mode, this is kind of the ATNO column. Now I've worked everything and confirmed everything. I've worked pretty much, so I don't see a lot of non-green here, but when you get over to the grids, county, state, zones, you'll see that there's some grids that if it's red, it means I've never worked it before on that band or mode. If it's yellow, it means I've worked it on that band or mode and I've just not confirmed it yet. But if it's green, it means I've worked and confirmed it.
That's awesome.
So in one screen, you're going to get a view of all the activity that's going on the radio and whether or not you need to go and work them. And then we have our digital master application, which does everything that WSJT-X doesn't. So while that's launching, I'll just tell you that within, let me minimize this one here again while that's firing up. So I'll go back to the point I was making, but when WSJT-X brings in decodes, it displays them here, and within 500 milliseconds, it's going to show you all the information about those decodes, so you make a decision about what you want to work. So you're going to use WSJT-X for FT8, FT4, Q65, JT65, whatever you're doing. You could use JT-DX or whatever, but the point is, you've got a program that's doing those digital modes, and then when you want to be working, let's say, when you want to be working, it'll copy CW, RIDI, PSK31, all these different
decode
runs.
CW?
Yeah.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
If it's sent well.
There's always that.
Copying the CW is actually one of the more challenging pieces of it because if you were copying the ARRL CW bulletin, it would copy it flawlessly because it's sent by a machine. But if you're copying from a human, sometimes you'll see human errors in the sending. But this is where we would work. You know, let's say for example that I was working CW and then I was going to work you. What's your call sign?
K8MRD.
K8MRD. And if I hit tab here, it really quickly finds you, Mike. And if I click add over.
What database is that pulling from?
QRZ or HamCall, QRZ-CQ. There's several of them that you can choose. Some of them are free, some of them have a subscription. If I click add here and then come back over in the logbook, we can see that you're already in the log.
Nice.
And then I can upload it to Logbook of the World, Club Log, HRDlog.net, EQSL, QRZ Log, all of those. So back to digital modes, but this basically will allow you to do, like I said, all the things that WSJT-X doesn't do. And then it will control my rotor. I don't have a physical rotor connected here, but I do have a demo rotor. So if I wanted to, say for example, point at Europe, I come over here, double click, and you can see it's going to go ahead and turn the rotor. The nice thing about this is if I go back over into Logbook, I'm going to now, I'm going to display the rotor. It's going to show up over here. I'm going to connect it. So now Logbook has a connection over into the rotor from the Rotor Control application. And if, for example, I see a station over here that I want to work, for example, this one, Azerbaijan, if I double click that, it's going to look it up over here. Like I said before, all the information that I need. If I bring up the add log entry form, I need to be pointed at 27 degrees in the short path. So if I click this rotator button, we're going to see that automatically change to that direction, and that's pretty
slick.
cool stuff. Pretty cool stuff. And then so that's what this is all about. And you can have grids showing on here or whatever you want to see. And then using both the rotor control application and the rig control application, you can work satellite. So it will control your satellite for azimuth and elevation. It will, you know, control your radio for Doppler. And all you really have to do is work the QSO. So this right here, we're currently tracking the International Space Station, and it's going this way. So you can see that it's going to make a pass over North America here pretty soon. So we would see a lot of activity. This shows you for your home location. It shows you where it will be on the horizon. Whereas this is a better pass than this one or this one, but this one is the best pass that we're looking at. And we can see what time it's going to happen. All the satellites are in there. Again, you know, you can set the frequencies to whichever the frequencies on that particular satellite you want to work. I started doing this a while back, and it's a whole lot of fun. Let me show you one more thing. So I'm going to launch Google Earth. So I've separately installed Google Earth, and then let me put your call back in here. Give me again.
K8 MRD.
MRD. I'm going to memorize that now. So we know where you are in Huntsville, but let's go ahead and click on your latitude and longitude, and let's see what. Well, why are you in East Texas?
Because I'm not in West Texas.
Oh, that is Huntsville. Sorry. And I'm going to kind of drill down and see what your working conditions are.
That's it.
Well, look at that. So you know, you do that for almost anyone. So that's
awesome.
If you look me up, WA9PIE, I'm a little bit stealthier.
That's that right.
So if I bring this up, it's going to find me over here in north of Dallas.
That's slick.
If I drill down a little bit further, you'll see there's my house right there, which is the post office.
You got a nice parking lot.
It's the post office. So one other cool thing is that if I have you in the log, I'm just going to right click, go look up, and hit Google Earth, and then that's going to show me the path between me and you. You can do that for all kinds of different.
That is slick.
So let's do one more thing, which is kind of cool, which I haven't done for a while. So I'm kind of winging it here. So now I'm going to bring up Google Earth, and well, I would have, normally what this would do is basically scan across the path that the satellite's taking. I'm not sure why it's not working at the moment.
Because the camera's rolling.
Well, it could be that. Could be that. I mean, it could be that it needs a better network connection, and in here we don't.
Yeah.
All the YouTubers seem to be taking up the bandwidth.
It's a little slow in here.
Yeah. So that's what's going on this year. we've got a lot of work planned to improve and add new things that I'll be talking about as we go.
Okay, great. And we're thinking when-ish for the Mac one? Before Dayton, by Dayton, after Dayton? No pressure?
The Mac one won't be by Dayton.
It won't?
If we're lucky, we'll have it by Christmas.
Okay.
So the developers tell me they already have it running on the Mac, but we've got a few things we need to eliminate, like Microsoft Access, and make it a little bit less Microsoft centric, and then we're good.
That's why we use Macs. We want them less Microsoft centric.
That's right.
Well, whenever it happens, I am going to snatch a copy of it because I want this so badly on my computer. So
awesome.
Hey, thanks so much for taking time with us.
Thanks, Michael.
Thank you. We'll see you.
Bye.